black, approach not near, worm nor snail do no offense.
Fill
the hell with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby.
Hence away, now all is well, one aloof, stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cattle bear, par or bold with bristled hair. In thine eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, 'tis thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will I rest my weary head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for both of us. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet, do not lie so near.
Oh, take sense, sweet, to my innocence. For love takes meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make in it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so that two bosoms and a single troth. And by your side no bedroom meet an eye, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off and commit modesty. Such separation as well may be said because of virtuous bachelor and maid. So far but distant, good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter to thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen, to that fair prayer say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but a thing in find I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised thee, singing maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she doth not lie. Hear this laugh, love, this kill courtesy. Turn upon thine eye, I throw all powers charm doth owe. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in thy lady's eyes. For wakest when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon. Say, will thou kill me, sweet Demetrius?
I charge thee, Henson, do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Say on, my peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no. I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that see me run away from fear. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent, however, nature shows art, that through thy bosom I can see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused to therefore of another be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest come Lysander near.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, what a dream was here. Lysander, look, how art you quick with fear? Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his... Lysander! What, removed, Lysander, Lord? Caught out of hearing, no sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves, I swoon almost with fear. Know that I will perceive that you are not nigh, either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met? Pat. And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it for the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
Peter Quince, there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw his sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Wow, parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have an advice to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver, and this will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Make it 8 and 8.
Oh, will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living. And we ought to look to it.
Ooh, therefore another prologue must be written.
Nay, you must name his name. And half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself must speak forth, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble. I mean, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were a pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I'm a man, as other men are, and there indeed, let him name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there is 2 hard things. That is to bring moonlight into the chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Ooh, doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Look up moonshine. Find moonshine?
Yes, the moon doth shine that night.
Why then? You may leave the casement of the great chamber window open where we play, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a lantern and a bush of thorn, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did speak through the chink of a wall.
Oh, you can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Well, some man or other must present wall, and let him have some bloom or plaster or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. And Pyramus, you start. Once you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hampton hopes, what have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of Odious savour sweet. Odors savor sweet. So hath thou breath, my dearest Thisbe's ear. But stay thou, but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus then played here.
Or must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for you must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Ah. O most radiant Pyramus, most lily white. O most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like red rose on triumphant brow, most frisky juvenile, eke most lovely Jew, as true as horse yet would never tire. I made to thee, Pyramus, and ninnies too.
Ninus is too, man. And why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to, Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tired.
As true as horse yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I would only
Haunted! Braymasters, Slymasters, help!
I'll lead you round, to bark, to butch, to break, to clown. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hand of grass, sometimes a plow.
Bottom, what do I see on thee? Thou art transformed.
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. You've been translated. Oh.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall hear. I am not afraid. The onzel cock, so black of hue, with orange and tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mock, and dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give his wit to a bird, though he's cry cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored to thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. Thy fair virtues, force perforce, doth move me, at first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity some honest neighbors might not make them friends. Nay, I can bleak upon occasion.
Oh, thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had enough wit to get out of this wood, I would have enough to serve my own turn.
Oh, who out of this wood do not desire to go, thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I shall give thee fairies to attend on thee. They shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers doth sleep. And I shall purge your mortal grossness, so that shall like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb moat, mustard seed.
Ready.
And I.
And I. And I.
Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries. Oh, green figs, purple grapes, and mulberries. And the honey bags, steal from the humble bees. And as for the night tapers, crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love to bed and to arise. Oh, then pluck the wings from painted butterflies and fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves. Do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail. Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, good Master Cobweb. I shall desire you a more acquaintance. Should I cut my finger, I will make bold with you. Your name, honest gentlewoman.
Peas blossom.
Oh, Peas Blossom. Pray you commend me to your mother, Mistress Squash, or your father, Master Peascod. I shall desire you a more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you.
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Mistress Mustard Seed. I know your patents well. That same giant, cowardly like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. And I promise you, your kindred have made my eyes water in now. I shall desire more of you, Mistress Mustard Seed.
Come now, tend upon him. Lead him to my bower. Methinks the moon sees with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting on some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. What it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. How now, mad spirit, what night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love.
Oh!
Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, acorn feathers, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for a great theseus' nuptial day. The shallow sticks of their band sword, who pyramids presented in their sport. For the circus scene and entered in a break, when I did him a disadvantage take, and as his knife fixed it on his head, anon his thisbe must be answered, and so forth my mimic comes, with they have spy as wild geese to creeping fowl ride, or recipated chops, many in sort, rising and cawing at the guns report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his side away his fellows fly, and at her stamp he'll ear one fall, he murder cries and helps from Athens calls. Their senses thus weak, with fear this strong made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns with their apparel snatch, some sleeves and some hats from yielders all things catch. I led them on this distracted fear, and left sweet pyramids translated there. When in this moment so it came to pass, Titania awaked, and straightway love did ask.
This falls out better than I can devise. Hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course, she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but this not the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so?
lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I've a chide that I should use thee worse, but thou, I fear, is giving me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes and blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too! For it cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What is this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out! Cure the truth me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain it, then henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what would I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein, so here for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Thy misprision must perforce ensue, some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
The fatal rule says, one man holding troth, a million fail. Confounding oath on oath.
About the wood goes swifter than the wind, and Helen of Athens wilt thou find. All fancy sick she is and pale of cheer, with sighs over love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes, against she do appear.
I go! Let's go, I go! Flip in here! Run my bow!
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. And when thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain over fairy band, how not he at hand, and the youth mistook his by for he pleaded for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make may cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once who would. These needs be sport to love. These things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think I should one torn? Torn into riches never come in tears. Look, when I bow, I weep, and tears still born in their activity, all truth appears.
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's, will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves Hermia, he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, perfect, divine! To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe in show. Those lips, those perfect kissing cherries, tempting grow. Then with the eastern wind turns to a crow. When thou hold'st out thy hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! Now I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too?
You are unkind, Demetrius, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her is guest-wide sojourn. Its home to Helen hath returned.
Helen, it is not so.
Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. It doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou not by mine eye, Lysander found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thine sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could this not make thee know? For the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak as you do not think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision?
I'm amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever counterfeit sad looks, make mouths on me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold this sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love you. By my life I do. By that which I swear to prove him false and say I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If you say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where'd you take all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you were followed, for you are a tame man. Go.
Getting off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing, let loose, or I shall shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love, out, tawny totter, out, loathe the medicine, oh hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with you.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond told to you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I not hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I shall not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me wherefore? Hold me what news, my love? Had not I Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since that you loved me, yes, since that you left me. Why then you left me, all the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say.
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing true, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love, what have you come by night and stole my love's heart from him?
Fine, in faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth she has prevailed with him. And have you grown so high in esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, painted maple? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails can reach unto thine
I
eyes.
pray you, will you mock me, gentlemen? Let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. You perhaps may think because she is some